Hi, my name is Tieisha Thomas, and I play Abigail Adams, as well as Reverend John Witherspoon of New Jersey in 1776.
Well, hi, thank you so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and jump right in and talk 1776. I do want to start this because as I have been talking to people about the show coming to town, I've been talking to a lot of younger people, and they're like, "What is this show about? What are we getting into with this particular production?" Could you give us kind of a quick little overview about what they can expect going into the show?
Yeah, I mean, a quick little spiel. 1776 set the foundation for Hamilton, that is obviously incredibly popular musical, and our musical takes place in 1776, the year that the Declaration of Independence was signed, and it's literally about John Adams, a member of the Congress, trying to convince the other members of the Congress to vote for independency. That's literally it. Just trying to convince everybody else to vote for independency from Great Britain.
I am very excited for this show. I feel like
Yeah,
having shows like this really helps educate a larger portion of the population on historical stuff they may not have a lot of the little details in. And it also, I
I
feel like,
agree.
will stick in their brain a little bit more than just reading it out of a textbook.
Absolutely.
Um, Now, for you, like, obviously, we are living in a very, crazy political climate right now. With everything that's kind of going on around the country and in politics, does being a part of this production really have an even more special place in your heart every time you take the stage?
Absolutely. Specifically with me being a Black woman, a person that wasn't thought of when the Declaration of Independence was signed. I think that's what's so special about our production. The bodies that are on stage were not bodies that were in the room when this declaration was signed. They weren't bodies that were thought of. And our cast is such a rainbow of so many different types of folks, of different ages, different races, sizes, and sexuality. We've got non-binary, trans, and just people of color on stage telling this story, telling literally Americans telling this American story. It's just in different bodies, and I think it hits it for me. It drives it home even more, and it's so interesting too being a part of it. I'm learning things about America, about our founding fathers that I did not know about. So that's also cool too.
I love that. Now, you talk about, of course, the fact that we have had big changes for this tour with the cast, which is, of course, a very traditionally all white, nearly all male cast. And now you've got this incredibly diverse, talented group of people coming together and bringing this production to life. But I also was kind of reading different reviews where they say that the casting isn't the only thing that's had some changes. A lot of people are saying that like the music and the portrayal of the songs and kind of the way you guys present them is a little bit different. Is that true? And can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, it's definitely true. We've done a complete revival of this music, of this musical. So you're gonna hear the songs that you've heard before, but they have a little bit more of a modern twist to it, and it's beautifully done. So come on out because you won't be disappointed.
That is one thing that I have found interesting because while I was prepping for this interview, I was going through and reading different reviews from different cities, and so many of them are talking about like, man, I saw this movie years ago and it was good, but like seeing it tonight, it was just so much more powerful, and the music really hits home. And like, I'm very, very excited for Houston audiences to be able to check this out.
That excites me. As an artist, you want to make sure that the work hits and that people leave with something. If if folks leave the theater talking, then we've done our job. So
I
yeah.
am I'm certain from what I've read so far, I don't think that's going to be a problem with this. Um, Now, for you personally, do you have a favorite moment in the show?
There's a duet between me and Adams. I play his wife, obviously, and me and John Adams. We sing a few duets throughout the throughout the show, and there's one particular duet that I enjoy. The song is called "Yours, Yours," and I love that one. I love singing it with Gisela Adams, who plays John Adams. She's amazing, and hopefully, you guys are in for a treat.
Now, as far as of course, like the audience's reactions to the show, what have the crowds been like every night when you guys perform? Has it just been a lot of, people getting super into the musical? I mean, what has the vibe been like in the theater every night?
You know, the crowd it depends on each market. Everywhere's different. Everybody interprets musicals and differently, and you interpret stories differently. So I would never say that everyone walks away with the same reaction. It's just always, it's different based off of, you've got folks who come to the show dressed in colonial wear, ready, like diehard fans, which I love. You've got folks who they're used to one way of storytelling, and that's just it. It might be a bit difficult for them to see different bodies on stage playing roles, different roles. And you got some people who've never heard of the show at all, and they're completely transformed and taking them on a journey. So, I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on the market, but overall, everyone seems to really enjoy it. And you hope to just really tell some good stories as an actor. You want to be a part of great storytelling, and I know this is good storytelling, and I'm just happy that people are giving us a chance and just, going on this journey with us.
Now, how has the experience on tour been for you? I know sometimes it can be really taxing. You guys are away from home a lot. What has the overall experience on being a part of this touring production been like for you?
Yeah, touring is different. This is my second tour. And what's interesting is that my first tour that I ever did, I ended up booking this musical while I was in the middle of that first tour. All right. So I had to leave my tour and fly back to New York for rehearsals, and then fly back to do the tour on the weekends while my understudy took over during the week. So it was kind of like double dutying for a bit, which was crazy, but in the best way possible. That's what you want as an artist, to, do the work wherever the work is. And so that was crazy in the beginning. But again, just diving into it. And I think it makes it even more better, because everyone is just so dope. Everyone is just so sweet, so kind, that I'm working with. We do become a family. We're telling this story every night, and you can't help but form those connections, and that community. So that's been that's helped with during times when it can get a little lonely and get a little, when you're by yourself, but community is something that I lean on. Good food. I love eating the good foods out here, and just trying to figure out like what are the good eats, and exploring and traveling and seeing new cities, seeing this country, seeing this beautiful country, and just loving it. So, touring it's a mixture of a lot of different things, but as long as you have a core group of community, whether it be on the road or even back home, that can hold you down in those, not so great moments, you pull through and you make sure that you show up and deliver a good show. Yeah.
I love that. Well, and I will say this, I feel like Houston, we can hold it down in the good food department. Like we got it all.
I'm so excited to eat when I get there.
We got some Tex-Mex, we got some barbecue. We can hook you up.
Oh, say no more.
Now I always kind of like to end on this question. Why do you think Houston audiences need to come out and see 1776?
You're seeing, it's an American story being played by Americans. And I think that it's an important story that needs to be told. And I think that it'll hit even more because it's coming from our bodies, our mouths, with our voices. And give it a chance. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Well, I could not be more excited to see this show. I want to thank you so much for your time. And honestly, thank Houston you. Audiences, you guys need to come on out. Check out 1776.
Yes, come on out.
It's July 20th through the 22nd, Theater Under the Stars. You can get your tickets at tuts.com. I love you. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you again for your time, and we will see you in Houston very, very soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.